Hi there, I'm Andy Robertson, and this is Family Gamer TV. Welcome back to Family Gamer TV. This week I'm with Toby, and you've been playing Kinectimals. Have you played that a bit?
We've played that a bit, yeah. In fact, Bethan, that was the first game that we've just turned it on and said, Bethan, play. Who you are, just
yeah.
play it.
Oh, Leo, you got to hit all these. Yeah, I bet I can. Okay.
And she's done really well navigating, finding her pet. Well, if a leopard can be a pet.
Yeah, one of the cats, yeah.
Yeah. And
friendly, I hear. But
friendly, very friendly.
You do the other two. Okay.
The bit that they keep wanting to go back to and we haven't quite figured out yet is just that bit at the beginning when you've chosen your new pet and you can kind of stroke it and play with it. And Mira and I sat there and thought, well, if that's the alternative to having a dog or a cat, then it's worth every penny.
Yeah, not really pairs.
And you don't have to pick up the poo either. You can just stroke it and then turn it off.
Or you can have an African leopard.
I think we said tiger.
I'll just stroke it.
Yeah, nice. But that's interesting because Tim and Vanessa was saying how Mia, that's one of the few Kinect games that she will just happily play on her own. They've been looking for a game on Kinect that you can just let them go, and that was your experience.
Yeah, and Leah as well. They just had a lot of fun doing the challenges. Some of the challenges seem quite tricky, so they're kind of knocking down, using the ball to knock down the different kind of shapes. There was like a wooden rack thing.
Oh, yeah, and it puts things up there, and by a sort of gesture, you can project this ball into the space.
Yeah, you have to be quite accurate with that.
Yeah.
But the kind of general running around stuff is good. I think I must have turned the voice controls off on the Kinect when I set it up.
Right.
So Bethan has been busy shouting at her
and it can't hear
to
her.
do things, and it's not listening to her.
Raven! Raven! Oh, wow. Say it again. Say Raven!
Yeah, well, voice controls is another way that you can make the Kinect controls, particularly for a young player. If the game supports voice, it's pretty much then, once it's on, whatever you see on the screen, if they can read at that age, you can just say it or maybe shout it. Speaking usually works better, but I find that our kids end up taking turns shouting at the technology and they quite like that, but they get told off. That can be a way to make it a lot easier.
Yeah, so I'll revisit the settings there and make sure I haven't turned it off, or if our Kinect just doesn't like our voices.
Yeah, but some new things on Kinect. They've recently released some downloadable content called a With Bears pack. Right. You can also buy Kinectimals with Bears as a standalone thing if you haven't got it already. And what this is a whole another set of animals, but obviously they're all bears, hence the name. Yeah. So as well as cats, you have a variety of sort of cuddly, friendly bears that you can then can play with. And it's essentially a similar sort of experience, but different games. It just extends it quite nicely. And so there's that. There's also some actual proper cuddly toy cats that you can buy as another way of extending it. And you hold their collar up to the Kinect sensor, and it's got a little AR tag on it. Right. And then once it's seen that, it captures it, and then that toy is then available in the game as well.
Wow, that's good.
Yep. Then finally, they just released the Windows Phone 7 version of Kinectimals.
I played.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were saying you had, which is actually really good. But the thing that's quite interesting is that you can transfer your Kinectimals cats from the Windows Phone 7 device to your 360, and then once you've finished on the 360, you can transfer it back. So there's a sense that they're sort of extending the sort of play, not just on the console, but on the phone as well. This is something they've been talking about with Xbox Live for a long time, but it's only really this current generation and this latest update of Windows Phone 7.5 that we're starting to see that. And part of that is that you can actually earn achievement points for stuff you're doing on the phone, which is the sort of the gamer score. Have you come across achievement points
I think I might have
You
been
probably scored
collecting
some?
them
Yeah.
inadvertently.
Yeah, see, if you were a more hardcore gamer, you'd be like, I need to have more points than my friends, and you'd be watching that total. So they become quite important
I
as
think
you
I have like
accrue
500.
them.
That's a lot.
Yeah, they're loads. Yeah, you're up there, man. It's interesting that it's the first time that on another device you can actually contribute to your gamer score while you're on the commute or to work or something, playing your Kinectimals or other games on your Windows Phone 7. So I like that idea.
That's really clever, and I think taking that experience from on the console or on the television and actually being able to play it in the back of the car, those are the sorts of things that are quite good. Although I guess phone battery life in handheld phones has never been that good. So.
And if you're playing a game, the standby time on the phone's usually quite good. But if you're doing talk, obviously it goes down. But if you just play a game, that really does kill the battery.
We'll be back down to kind
of. If you're commuting, then you can obviously plug it in when you're at work. Yeah. But tell me, how did you get on with Kinectimals on Windows Phone 7?
Oh, I quite enjoyed it. It made me smile quite a lot. It's very, very cute.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's that kind of tickling my tiger under the chin.
Yeah.
And there's something very clever with stars and sparkliness when you swipe your finger around.
Yeah.
So in terms of the kind of graphics ability of the phone, that's really good.
Yeah, I almost felt when I was playing it that the touching of the screen, I was like, oh, actually, this is much more direct. I feel more like I'm actually connecting with the animal.
So on the 360, it was kind of, you see these sort of white gloved hands, sort of semi-transparent hands on the screen, which is kind of works.
No, you don't want you.
Yeah,
and it's fine. But to actually kind of rub your finger around on the phone was good.
Tickling his chin.
yeah. And I played the skipping game, which was quite funny. So if you let him just stand there, has his legs swiped out from under.
Oh no!
Just like,
poor little cat.
But I'm sure he enjoys that.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Cool. Well, we'll see how you get on with Kinectimals as you keep playing, and maybe we'll add in some bears at some point as well. And yeah, I like it.
Well, I think we've got one cat, and there were a lot of empty kennels at one point, so we're a bit kind of worried about why they were empty.
I think they're there so that you can win more creatures and fill them up. Yeah. Great. Well, we'll check back. That's all we've got time for this week on Family Gamer TV, but we'll be back with more games soon.